Ladies and gentlemen, we're awaiting the arrival of the man who has announced that he will be running for the position of Prime Minister of Canada. We're somewhat confused, to say the least, because we don't know what party he represents, what platform he's running on, or even if he is for real. One thing we do know, though, is that he certainly has revived an interest in politics and has gathered a large following already, as you can hear today. Hundreds of people have arrived on Parliament Hill to get their first glimpse of the man who says he can get our country back on the track.
Nestor, Pistor for Prime Minister. What this country needs is me. I'll vote for this old whinstone plowboy. Will bring us back to sanity. You ask me, Nestor, what can you do? I tell you this and it is true. I want to be giving you the finger, like Trudeau saying things ain't bad, fuddle-doddle you. Just got that letter from Vancouver, was coming to me postage too. Charge me $100 for storage, but that ain't bad, postmark said 1892. Nestor, Pistor for Prime Minister. What this country needs is me. A vote for this old whinstone plowboy will bring us back to sanity. Now you take it, unemployment. You got no job and money's tight. You cannot live on what they give you. You use 2 names, get 2 checks, and live in constant fright. Now don't you never, never, never do this when I'm Prime Minister, cause you see, I'm not so dumb like you thinking. I'll catch you quick with that trick and throw away the key. Nestor, Pistor for Prime Minister. What this country needs is me. A vote for this old whinstone plowboy will bring us back to sanity. The van don't split it up the nation. It just don't seem right to me. We need the Montreal Canadiens. Beat the Russians at our game is top priority. Now those were just few things that really bugged me. And I promise all you people, bottle wine you will get if you will vote for me. Nestor, Pistor for Prime Minister. What this country needs is me. A vote for this old whinstone plowboy will bring us back to sanity. A vote for this old whinstone plowboy will bring us back to sanity. Vote for me! Thank you so much, you beautiful people. You people wonder why I throw my hat in the political ring. It's because the cleaners wouldn't take it, that's why. Not even the Chinese laundry. But to get serious, I want to tell you people right now that if I ever have the good fortune to become a Prime Minister of this great country of ours, I'm going to run it by the book. One flew over the cuckoo's nest. Do you realize that things are in such a mess up in Parliament Hill that even the pigeons won't land around there anymore? Trudeau had to go out and buy a chicken to keep up on the roof. Now, instead of pigeon droppings, they got chicken stuff all over. I always know it was that kind of a government all anyway. What the heck? The first thing that is essential to be good prime minister is to show the world how strong Canada is. So my first official act will be to challenge President Jimmy Carter to an arm wrestling match. That should be peanuts to me. Our government is being patterned after Christopher Columbus. He didn't know where he was going. He didn't know where he was when he got there. And he did it all on borrowed money. The leaders of this country are just not good enough. They can't solve the problems that's taken this country ass under. That's a pretty big word for me, ass under. Trudeau has a lot of problems. He said, if anything of great magnitudes happens today, it will be 2 months before I can start worrying about it. But one thing I could say about Trudeau, he's always around when he needs you. And you can always tell if he's lying or not. If his lips are moving, he's lying. No wonder he won all the outlying districts. That's because he was out lying in all those districts. But when I really lost faith in Pierre is when I found it out. He found it showing lie on the hotline, and he asked him if he delivered. Take Broadbent. Somebody please take him. Politically, he's kind of middle of the road now. Both the liberals and conservatives hate him. And the boy from the prairies, Joe Clark, I've been watching him, and I must say that he doesn't promise any more than the average TV sponsor. But I have to give a Joe credit for keeping the envy out of his voice while he's accusing Trudeau of fooling the public. But he's picking up ground now. Why, just a few months ago, his own party supporters were added to the list of the endangered species. However, he is sprucing up his campaign. He wanted to hire some movie stars to help him out, but he found out that Lassie never lifted a leg. But Joe is a man that sticks to his principles. The other night at the cocktail party, he asked one of his guests to leave, when after 3 drinks, he noticed he was leaning to the left. That's right. And inflation, that's heavy on people's mind. I believe it. Everyone should live within their means, even if they have to borrow to do it. Thank you. To combat inflation, one must start at home. And I'm happy to say that I've done it my part. Just yesterday, I bought my wife a solar-powered clothes dryer, a rope tied between 2 trees. I even went so far as to put my ingenious head to work, and I invented a vehicle that runs on water. It's called a rowboat. You realize I just found out that after I deduct from my paycheck my income tax, my unemployment insurance, disability and union dues, it cost me $16.30 just to report to work each week. And with our natural resources, why are gasoline prices so high? Gasoline is so high, it has now put pollution out of the reach of the average person. Just last weekend, I went to buy 2 weeks' supply of groceries, but I couldn't find the cosigner. Take meat prices. They aren't high enough. No wonder everyone is beefing about it. I just found out yesterday my TV repairman is becoming a butcher. Saw a lady in his store would shoot 2 shopping carts. One for meat, the other for money. Food prices are so high. I know a guy who stole $10,000 worth of groceries and escaped in a Volkswagen. But one thing I can say about inflation, it has brought us true democracy. Now luxuries and necessities are selling for the same price. But let's look at inflation optimistically. The money you don't have today isn't worth as much as it used to be. I even went so far as to join a club that is committed to fight inflation. Today, they raised their dues 25%. That's right. But enough about inflation. Let us talk about the RPMC police. Are you being bugged by their actions? The RPMC police should be more public relations oriented. They should stop their bugging and letter opening. And all their subversive actions immediately. Find out from the killers, the gangsters, the dope dealers and the crooks what's bothering them. Listen to their fears, to their desires. Then take them down to the basement and beat the crap out of them with a garden hose. I want to congratulate the RPMC for having one of the finest spy systems in the nation. Too bad it belongs to the Russians. But I'm not so dumb. I got inside information too. Just the other day, one of their Sputnik satellites come crashing down to Earth, not far from where I live it. The information I received from a reliable source that it was contained a secret message to Alan Eagleson. In short, it read, "Dear Alan, you are a busy man. Couldn't get you by phone, so we thought we'd drop you a message from outer space." It said, "You will never, never, never beat our hockey team again." Or the next one we will drop will be bigger and make more noise than when they score a goal at the Montreal Forum. I asked the RPMC how they got the information. They told me, dial 411. Or 113 in other parts of Canada. Talk about obtaining information. One of my friends got a letter from the Mounties the other day, who incidentally are working hand and glove with the tax department. They told him they put his IBM tax card in a piano player and it played Your Cheating Heart. But I'm going to tell you, if I am elected prime minister, instead of having mounted police, I'm going to have them stuffed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please, please, I know you are going crazy over this speech, but please. What about the mail system? I'll tell you how bad the mail is.
How bad is it?
I'm still getting Liberty magazine delivered. But all in all, I can say the post office gives you the best value for your money for 12 cents. A letter will go from Vancouver to Halifax, even though you only mailed it to Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. And unemployment, what can I say about unemployment? I'm sure you're going to have lots of questions to ask at me about this particular subject. But for now, I can tell you people that to solve it, it's going to take lots of work. And unity. It's got heavy-duty predominations in everybody's mind. Trudeau says if Quebec leaves, he'd resign. Well, maybe that alone would make it worthwhile. And take Levesque. Remember two things about him. Humility and modesty. Two things he doesn't have. I understand that Trudeau and Levesque are going to star in a new TV show. Let's make a deal. Shown in 2 languages. I expect Levesque's motto for his plebiscite on whether or not Quebec should separate will be vote early and vote often. But Levesque is not that person. He reminds me of person in Bible, Goliath. He's got rocks in his head. And my message to Rennie is learning to speak in 2 languages is no harder than learning to keep your mouth shut in one. Thank you. Do you realize that crime is taking over our country? First thing I'm going to do it, if I'm elected prime minister, is take crime off the streets of our cities and put it in the country where they got no streets. Crime is getting so bad in our cities that mothers have started walking around in pairs for protection. It's so dangerous that even the police won't even make a house call. And you realize crime is up 20%? And that's just among the police. Why, just the other day, son of a gun, I heard the police captain tell it his patrolman, there are a lot of counterfeit 10s and 20s going around. Be careful when accepting bribes. Crime is so bad that nobody asks the time anymore. They just steal your watch. I even went so far as to buy a bulletproof vest. What happened? I got shot in the kneecap by a midget. But the reason that criminals are getting away with murder is that our courts, our jury systems are all wrong. How can you lock 12 men and women overnight in a motel and they come out the next day and say, not guilty? Remember, people, remember this good. Crime does not pay. But the hours are great. Now I know all you hotshot reporters got lots of questions to ask me. But this is first time I've been back to big city in long time. So I got a few things to do. We're going to have a press conference later on, and all you hotshot dumb reporters are invited. But for now, I'm back in the city again.
He's back in the city again.
I'm back in the city again. The homestead can wait till the spring. I had nothing to do but get drunk at on homebrew. I'm back in the city again. I'm back where the action is fast. I'm going to have it me a blast. This plowboy's big dream is to let it off some steam. Back in the city at last. Whoopie-tie-I-ohs, watching the girly shows. Back in the city again. Whoopie-tie-I-ee, I'll get one for me. Back in the city again. Play nice now. I have it with me. Banyak doing good. Listen here. I'm back in the bright city lights, and I'll go to the discos at night. I'll boogie real good, then go out for Chinese food. Gee, my fortune cookie could be bright. Back where women's skin are smooth like silk. They rub their whole bodies with rose milk. And they look so nice and cute in their high-legged boots. Back in the city again. This body just won't be the same. I'm itching and scratching in pain. The pills the doctor gave to me don't go good with booze, you see. So it's back to the homestead again. Whoopie-tie-I-oh, so watching the girly shows. Back in the city again. Yeehaw! Whoopie-tie-I-ee, oh, get one for me. Back in the city again. This body just won't be the same. I'm itching and scratching in pain. The pills the doctor gave to me don't go good with booze, you see. So it's back to the homestead again. It's back to the homestead again. Please, dear God, help us. God, oh, son of a God.
Wait, announcer, wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the first press conference granted by the man who recently announced his intention of seeking the position of Prime Minister of Canada. His name is Nestor Pistor.
Thank you very much. It's a privilege to be here, and I'd like to answer any questions that any of you people might have in the audience over here. I'm going to answer them straightforwardly, right from the heart, and as glibly and as honestly as I can. The first question, reporter, I'm going to call reporters by number here because I don't really know any faces. I'm new to this business, you know. Reporter number 2, you got a question for me?
Yeah, Mr. Pistor, how about a little of your background?
A little my background. Well, background. How many people here from this newspaper and TV and radio ever watch it? That's program Roots.
Yeah.
To TV, Roots. R-U-T-Z, Roots. My background's common roots. I finally founded my roots. My grandfather named Kunta Kapusta. He was great magician to all country. You know, he was travel all over, do terrific magic tricks. Poor son of a gun, he's got some trouble. Couldn't pull a rabbit out of his hat, so he pulled a hair out of his ass instead. Yeah.
Out of his what?
Out of his ass, stupid. But he's not so crazy, you know, because he was first guy who was invented toilet seat. But 20 years later, some smart German son of a bitch came along and cut a hole in it. Number 2, you got another question?
I understand he came from a large family.
Yes, very large, very large. We had such big family that you had to take a number to get breastfed.
Really? Since you came from a large family, what are your thoughts about artificial insemination?
Artificial insemination. I don't like the artificial stuff, really. I like the real thing. You know, jiggy, jiggy, pushy, push. You know, I could see some guy in the year 2025 tracing his route back to a syringe in Edmonton. Yes, reporter number 3.
Mr. Pistor, what are your thoughts on marijuana?
Marijuana? I'm really high on that stuff myself.
Why is that?
Well, if I'm going to be elected Prime Minister, I will allow people to have small amounts of marijuana because it's going to save water.
Save water?
Yeah, certainly, dummy. Now there won't be all those toilets flushing when somebody knocks on your door at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yes, number 4.
Mr. Pistor, what do you think of our armed forces?
Our armed forces. Well, our rockets travel about as fast as our mail. That's what I could say about them.
What about our penal system then?
Our penal system?
Oh, leave it alone.
I don't care how people pee. I always say we should stay out of the people's bathrooms, you know.
No, Mr. Pistor, the penal system. like when law sends people to jail, you know.
Oh, you mean like my friend Peter? He's in jail, you know. Not too bright, that son of a gun. He pasted dollar bills all over his face and robbed the store of 50 pair of nylons. That's not bad. Now he's doing 5 years running. This country has something for everyone. Poverty.
Mr. Pistor, do you think television today is educational?
I sure do. I sure do, dummy. I sure do.
How's that?
Well, it put my cousin's 3 kids through college.
How did it do that?
He's a TV repairman. As a matter of fact, boy, you're stupid. One of them majored in psychology. You know psychoceramics?
Did you say psychoceramics?
Psychoceramics.
What's that?
That's a guy that studies crackpots. Not only that, but another one of his kids just found out nudism is hereditary.
Surely you're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. Why would I kid you? He just found proof that most people who become nudists were born that way. Yes, number 6. Number 6.
Okay. I understand you believe in reincarnation, Mr. Pistor.
Yes, I believe in reincarnation.
What do you think Prime Minister Trudeau will come back as in his next life?
As a violin string.
A violin string?
Mm-hmm.
What makes you say that?
Oh, I just got this gut feeling.
Mr. Pistor,
Yes, number 7.
what about what they're doing in Vancouver with whales?
What you mean, whales?
Well, you know, like, they just captured one off the coast. I believe it was a sperm whale this time.
Sperm whale, sperm whale. What's that? 500-pound hooker?
No,
Yes, number 7.
Mr. Pistor, what do you think of our new metric system?
I don't like it. That changes too many things.
I don't understand. Such as what?
Well, sounds kind of stupid, don't it? 28.49 grams of prevention are worth 0.453 kilograms of cure? Yes, number 8.
Weren't you quoted the other day that you thought the country was going to the dogs?
You sound pretty horny, Chicky Boo Boo. No, I didn't say that. I said the government has a big dog and Ottawa and we're the trees. That reminds me of a story, you know. I remember one of my friends, he's coming to beer parlor. And he said to somebody, "Hey, who belongs to that big, ferocious Doberman pincher outside there?" One fella put up his hand, he says, "That's my dog." He said, "I got terrible, terrible news for you. My Chihuahua just killed your Doberman pincher." I say, "Your Chihuahua just killed my Doberman pincher? Ferocious dog like that? How could your Chihuahua kill my Doberman pincher?" He says, "He's got stuck in his throat. That's Number 9.
Any special plans for fitness and amateur sport, Mr. Pistor?
Sure, I'm going to make it my cousin Nick in charge of something over there. He's real athletes. You remember him?
Can't say as I do, no.
Oh, he become a very, very famous as ping pong player. He developed the look, ma, no hands, table tennis serve. And was immediately arrested.
Who will be your Minister of Amateur Sport and Physical Fitness?
Well, I got two people in mind. Either my Greek bookmaker, he's smart when it comes to picking winners, or else my hairdresser.
Your hairdresser?
Yeah, he too likes to bet on sports, particularly teams that come from behind. Number 10?
Mr. Pistor, what are your thoughts on capital punishment?
That's okay as long as it's not too severe. I say live and let live, and anyone who doesn't agree with me should be hung. Yes, number 11.
Excuse me, Mr. Pistor.
Yes.
Would you please speak into the microphone? We can't hardly hear you in the back.
What's the matter? You got bad ears? Reminds me of a joke, you know. I got this one beautiful couple, 23 years old, they got it married. 9 months later, they got this beautiful baby to hospital. Was so cute, you never believe it. But's got terrible deformation. He's don't got no ears. Now they was look to this baby something peculiar. Couldn't figure what the heck was wrong with it. Don't got no ears, but they was take this baby home. And he's grew up to be a nice fat baby, 2.5 months, was laid to that crib, Google all the time, you know. So they pretty soon got over that melodies, though don't got no ears, you know. So one time that's husband, he's go out to street, and he's meet one his goofy friend. His friend said, Louis, I hear about this terrible consternation you got with that baby, don't got no ears when he was born it. Say, oh, that's all right. He said, don't worry about that, because he's grow up to be nice, fat baby, everything okay. Say, you know, I like to pay my respects to your wife and baby. Maybe I could come over some nights? She says, sure, but whatever you do, please, don't be stupid guy. Whatever you do, don't you ever mention this baby don't got no ears. Say, what the heck you think, I crazy? I'm not gonna mention one thing to that. That fateful day was arrived. He's knocked to that door. That lady was open up door. He's looked to her. He's got to be very diplomatic, you know. So, holy smoke, Johnny, don't you look terrific? You was lose all your fat. You look better like even before you was married. So I couldn't believe you lose so much poundage. Says, I come to see baby, got nice gift for him. So she says he's in bedroom. She's taken to bedroom. He's give that baby gift. And he looked to baby. And he say, oh, look how cute that baby is. I never see such fat, good-looking baby to my whole life. He's look so healthy. She said, oh, yeah, he's healthy. Eat everything good. Don't cry at night. It's perfect baby. He's looking, he say, look, that's beautiful blue eye that's baby's got it. I never seen such beautiful blue eye to my life. She said, that's true, and you know what? We take him to eye doctor, oculist, and he's told us he's going to have it 20/20 vision. And he's looked to her and he say, that's damn good thing. He wouldn't be able to wear it any glasses, would he? Let's get down to some serious talk here. Reporter number 2.
What do you think about the decline in our Canadian dollar, Mr. Pistor?
I think's terrible, terrible, terrible. In fact, I got so broken up about that, I was sit down and I wrote a poem about Canadian dollar going down. It's called Up Your Dollar.
Are you going to read it for us?
Yes, I'm going to read it for you. Listen closely. One day way back in 39, our Canadian dollar dropped one whole dime. And here we are in 77, damn near drop in cents to 11. Our economists expressed great surprise at our Canadian dollar's quick demise. Well, Surprises are good at the baby shower, but not too damn good when it comes to our dollar. Two money traders in the U.S. of A. gave us two reasons the other day. Said Quebec's plan to buy Asbestos Corporation Ltd. was one reason for our drop in our do-re-mi. Another one says that the layoff on Inco was another reason our dollar went stinko. Now what does this mean to you and me, citizens of this great country? Maybe we should all go out and spend more nickels to get Inco out of their terrible pickles. The workers then wouldn't be unemployed. Poof. There's one reason. Now that's void. All right, Levesque. To buy asbesto is not for you. Poof. There goes reason number two. What left is no surprise to me for the blight that's hit our dollar tree. What we need now is more economic fertilizer to make our dollar grow higher and higher. But what the hell can you and I do when the boys up in Ottawa are stuck in glue? I say okay up there in Ottawa. Get off your ass and bring to our dollar a little more class. That's what I think about that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, reporter number 13.
Mr. Pistor,
Yes, sir.
what do you think of the wholesale price index just going up again? I mean, what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to buy retail, not wholesale. Number 14.
Mr. Pistor, are you going to deal with air pollution?
Sure, as soon as I can see my way clear. Yes, number 15.
Mr. Pistor, we've been having so much trouble with our post office. How do you plan to solve the problems?
Well, I think I'm going to make it Xavier Hollander Postmaster General.
You mean the happy hooker?
Sure. Who else knows more about how to make mails come quickly? Nah, on second thought, I'm not going to hire her. She'll probably blow it. But she's sexy lady, you know. She reminds me of one couple I know, you know. This lady awful sexy too, but she's awful nagger. She's complaining all the time. Every time her husband come home from work, she say, Louie, you never do nothing. You always sit over here, do nothing. Eat your supper, drink 2 beer, lay down Chesterfield, fart, go to sleep. Never take me any place, not even one time go to movie theater. Say, shut up, you crazy bugger, what you need from me? Sure, sit there. Cousin Nellie gonna get married next week. I don't even got a dress for wedding. He's got too much already. You know, one day he's figure he gonna give her a treat. He said, I'm gonna take you to zoo. She never been to zoo. But that son of a gun, he's wait till he's got the most windy, blusty day you ever seen to your whole life. Was rain and sleet and snow. He's take his wife to zoo, only them 2 people there. Lots of animal molts to cages, you know. They go see hippopotamuses, elephants, tiger, giraffes, polar bear. Walk by monkey cage. Was got chimpanzee over there. He's looked to those crazy people just give. He says, sweetheart, look, that's crazy monkeys. You know, Cousin Nellie get married next Saturday? You want to buy dress? I gonna give you $100 if you could make that chimpanzee sexy. She say, what, you crazy? How you going to make him sexy? He said, take off your blouse. He said, what the hell's the matter with you, crazy? Take off my blouse, public place over here. Say, oh, you want this $100 for dress? She's got so excited she want that dress, she take off her blouse. The chimpanzee look. I said, that's not good enough. You got to make them really heavy-duty sexy. Maybe you take off your brassiere, you're gonna get them really going good. She said, Louie, don't be crazy. That's public place. He said, huh? You want that's $100? She's look around, nobody there. She's unhook her brassiere, take it off. This monkey looked at her. Says, sweetheart, I bet you take it off all your clothes, you're gonna make him go ape shit. She says, you crazy, Louis, I already take my place. You want that $100 for dress? You take off your clothes. She's take off her clothes. That's monkeys. He's just he swing it from those swing branches. He go completely crazy. Now this guy look around. He see door to monkey cage open. He's grab his wife by that arm, push her into monkey cage, close that door, and they say, there, you son of a bitch. Tell him you got a headache. Yes, number 16.
Tell me, Mr. Pistor, is it true you said the other day you were going to outlaw hitchhiking in Canada?
No, you crazy reporters, always dumb like... I don't say that. You're kukarigo. You always take me out of pretext. Don't you understand English? I didn't say nothing about banning hitchhiking. I just told a true story about friends of mine. They was going back to Edmonton. Was cold. Feet were frozen, fingers frozen, toes cold. One guy said, John, how you feel it? I said, don't talk to me. Don't you ever talk to me, you stupid son of a gun. I don't want to see you no more. I said, why you treat me this way? What I do? He say, you crazy bugger. I tell you what you do. Next time, we meet the two beautiful girls, and you tell them, either they come across or they walk. Make sure we own the car. Number 17.
What are you going to do about unemployment in this country, Mr. Pistor?
I'm going to start at lots new industry. Too much waste from our natural resources. We need lots of new byproducts.
Such as what?
Well, such as pieces wood. You know, leftover scraps in BC lumber industry. Going to put them on CPR railroad cars and ship them to Nova Scotia, to fishing industry over there. Going to make brand new industry.
What is the new industry?
Fish and chips. Going to start another new industry too, even better. Going to take all unemployed Inco miners in Ontario and Manitoba and all unemployed lumber workers in BC and give new jobs.
Doing what?
Making wooden nickels, stupid. Yes? 17?
What about the farmers?
I'm going to relocate 200,000 of them to Northwest Territory to become farmers.
Farmers in the Northwest Territories? What are they going to farm?
Oh, you crazy son of a gun. Frozen food, what else? Some of them can even raise cattle.
In the Northwest Territories?
Sure, best cold cuts in the world. We needed more enterprising people in this country. That's what we need. Take my two friends who own a hotel. Got beautiful hotel, dining room. Got a beer parlor, cabaret. Beautiful 100-room hotel. One guy was go to vacation. His phone over there after first week vacation was Saturday night. He say, tell me, Peter, how you was doing to that hotel? Saying, you never believe we got the business like you never seen before. 100-room, 98% occupancy. Already we make $19,000 to a room. Say, $19,000? Say, how's beer parlor do it? Say, those kids come to beer parlor, listen to that rock and roll band. Already we do $11,000 business over there. Say, son of a gun, that's heavy duty. What about dining room? He says, since we changed it, that's mean you got a new cook. We got that people coming in there made $22,000 already. Say, what about cabaret? He say, everybody shuck and jive, have a hell of a time. Make it $23,000 this week. Say, I can't believe how happy I am. Say, yeah, but I got some bad news. Say, bad news? What's that? He said, last night we got it robbed. He said, Louis, don't be crazy. Put it back. Put it back.
Hey!
But enough about unemployment, you know.
Mr. Pistor.
Yes.
Do you have any thoughts for the youngsters across the country?
Do I have any thoughts about the youngsters across the country? That's my final question I'm going to answer tonight. I do have thoughts about the youngsters in the country. Kids, if you're going blind, you're doing it right. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Nestor, Pistor for Prime Minister. What this country needs is me. Oh, vote for this old limestone plowboy. Will bring us back to sanity. Oh, vote for this old limestone plowboy. Will bring us back to sanity.